Okay, so let me tell you how these people are, right? I'm just leaving my school, just to, I went to the financial aid department today because, I said, okay, I'm supposed to receive TAP, and I checked my account, school account. It said that I owed money. So I'm like, well, how do I owe money if I have financial aid? So I went to the financial aid department, and then I found out that they said that I wasn't full time last semester. I said, what do you mean I wasn't full time? I said I was taking 15 credits. I dropped one of the classes. Right after I dropped the classes, before I dropped the class, when I was at the register, I asked them. I said, hey, if I drop this class, will I still be full time? And they told me yes. They said if you drop the class, which was our calculus, and again, which is a class that should have not been given, but because being away from school for a very long time, and you're basically kind of like dependent on the advisement of the faculty in your department, your academic department, to do what's right by you, right? So I was taking 6 classes, which is a lot, okay? And listen, when you're a target, you've been targeted. Sometimes you can't think straight because again, you're being microwaved, and it affects your ability to think right properly anyway, or to ask certain questions because you're constantly in your mind, you're constantly dealing with the psychological operation. Okay, so I've never taken calculus before. I took pre-cal, but I didn't pass it. And the professor who gave me those classes as an advisement, she knew that, but she still gave me calculus anyway. Instead of saying, hey, you need to repeat pre-cal because you didn't take, you failed pre-cal. Then why give me calculus? Why put me in a class that I needed to pass a other prerequisite class to get to, but yet, come on, like who put someone in calculus when they fail pre-cal, or let's say they never taken pre-cal, right? So why would you put that student in that class, in a calculus class, right? Because you need to pass pre-cal in order to get to calculus, right? So anyway, when I went to drop that class, I was told that if I dropped the class, I would still have 12 credits and I still have my, my financial aid. Well, turns out that no, and again, some of it is my fault because I should have been more aware. But again, when you're targeted, you're not quite, you're not focused 100%, right? And so that's what happened. Just keeping you, doing an update, keeping you guys doing an update, man. And I got another video that I got to do, which I got to, when I get to the school about, because I showed my previous video last night of the police, right? The police vehicle, right? That was circling around the block a couple times, and that they would turn on their sirens, as soon as they're driving past the intersection, and they would drive past fast. So today I go to my academic department, and here comes the police vehicle again, right? Turns on the sirens just as I reach the building, and then there's this perpetrator on the building there doing his hand signals. So I got some footage of the police vehicle. Again, it's a gray vehicle because now they love to use the color gray now. Okay, and so the person standing on top of the steps, Caucasian man, doing all these hand signals. So I took my phone and I started recording him, and you guys are going to see in the video how he turns around and then he walks away, right? And I'm like, look at that, and again, here you go with the sirens, police vehicle, right? So anyway, so I had to go speak to the dean of my department and just let her know. And again, every head of the department I go to, they always say, oh, I'm so surprised that usually this stuff don't happen. So I know the professors have your best interests at heart, what have you. Well, I said, well, if they had my best interests at heart, right, then, they wouldn't give me so many classes, right? At least this professor wouldn't give me so many classes after being away, after explaining to her about my neurological issues, that she would still give me that many classes, She could have been like, hey, take these 3 classes, this will be full-time for you, and, it wouldn't be as much, right? Instead of me having to take 6 classes, okay? So come on, now does that make any sense, right? So, just going through this stuff, what they're doing, they're always trying to find some way to screw you over. When you're trying to improve yourself, they're always trying to find some way to, to stop you from improving yourself and being a better person. Because again, this is what they don't like. And there's you'll see this, actually you can't see it, but it's a woman who was, let me see if I can get a picture of her. She's walking by me, she starts staring at the yellow school buses and stuff. So, again, this is the stuff that they do, all right? So we gotta expose them and do all this stuff, right?